o'clock. We'll start now.
Dear Toastmasters, distinguished guests and lovely children, a warm good evening to all.
Good evening.
I, DM Shrestha Naya, welcome you all to the meeting number 302 of Periyar Toastmasters Club. Before we move forward, I would like to recite the mission of our club. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning environment in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. In Toastmasters program, we do not discuss matters related to sex, religion, and politics. Now, it is time to invite a prodigious scholar who can be called not only as the visionary, but also a walking encyclopedia. We are very fortunate to have this gentle person as our president. The presiding officer today, DTM Harish Bhargavan. Over to the presiding officer.
Thank you, Shrestha, for that flattering introduction. Dear all, as we know, Toastmasters introductions should not be taken literally. There is always a tremendous amount of exaggeration involved. As usual, let us start with introducing the guests. So, dear all, please introduce all the distinguished guests who are present here today with us.
Dear President, first of all, we have our lovely Area 69 Director, Toastmaster Dr. Shanti Rekha Rao.
Welcome, ma'am.
And
Thank you,
I have
Thank you.
other one of my family members, that are my elder son, Akhil Shivadasan. He is in study 6th semester of mechanical engineer. And my younger son, Amal Shivadas, they joined from Visakhapatnam also. Thank you so much.
Great to have you. Akhil and Amal, great to have you with us today. Welcome.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks. And please keep joining us.
Sure.
And we have with us our past member, Toastmaster John Abraham. He's joining from India. And we have another very distinguished person with us, that is DTM Sunil Sadasivan, who is joining from Oman. And he's going to coordinate a global Gavel Club contest in Oman next month. So thank you all for being with us. Thank you for taking your time on a Sunday evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, yes. This is the first meeting in this new term. To begin this term, let me borrow from one of our celebrated writers in Malayalam language, that is Madhavi Kuti. She has written a short story. I think the name of that story is Neipayasam. Today, I'm not going to narrate the story, but borrow a concept from that. It goes like this. There was a family, father, mother, 2 children. Let us assume there were 2 children. And the mother used to take excellent care of that family. She used to celebrate each and everything about the husband, about the children. Their birthdays went such a fantastic celebration. They were all so happy. But there was one person's birthday in that family that nobody noticed. No one ever happened when no one ever knew even which date it was actually. Can you imagine which person's birthday would have passed so silently in that family? Can you imagine? Give out the name, please.
Mother.
Of that mother. The question here is, was it right for that family to let that precious mother's birthday pass unnoticed and celebrated? Was it right on part of that father and children?
Definitely no. You should not be.
No. Okay, right. Let me narrate an experience. Yesterday evening, we were having a trial session and we were all very happy. We had our Shivadas general evaluator, we have a Toastmaster of the day, we had our word master, we had our surgeon at arms, we had the president, and all of us were so happy because we were excited to have this meeting. But there was one person sitting there so unhappy, frustrated. That was none other than our Vice President Education, Ravi Nair. He had some issues. There was no timer. The word master, it's not sure whether he will turn up. The Zoom master, he doesn't know who to assign to, who is going to conduct the vote counting. So many issues. My question here, is it right for us in Periyar family to make somebody be in that situation when we are all having a great time?
No.
So let's make it a point. I am giving a promise to our VP Education. Ravi, the moment you ask me to take up any role, take it for granted I will be there. And dear members, please make it a point to say yes by default. If the VP Education approaches for any role or a speaker slot, make it the default answer yes. And if for some unavoidable reason, if it so happens we cannot make it, then please try to find an alternative. Because let us have a great time. Thing is, it is often said that successful Toastmasters Club have a frustrated, tired Vice President Education behind that. Let us change it. Let us make a difference. Let us refresh. Let us rejuvenate. Let us be a successful Toastmasters Club with a happy and energetic Vice President Education behind it. Are we ready for that? Right. Okay. Today, we are so fortunate to have with us a very dynamic leader. This person is a visionary educator. She puts the interest of the community she serves in front and lives and works and dedicates her efforts and time for that. This year, we are so fortunate to have a dynamic, down-to-earth, dedicated area director that is none other than Dr. Shantirekha Rao. It's now a pleasure to invite Dr. Shantirekha Rao to commence her official visit of our club this year. Madam Shantirekha, over to you.
Thank you, President DTM. I'm audible? I think some echo is coming.
Yeah, some echo is coming.
Yeah, not from my side because I have only one device which I'm using.
Now it's perfect,
yeah, now it's not there. Now it's not there. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for those wonderful words. Calling me visionary leader. I have no idea whether I really am a visionary leader, but anyway, I'm very humbled. So, Trailblazer lead, President DTM Harish, diligent ExCom members, fellow Toastmasters, good evening. Thanks a lot for giving this opportunity to be in this meeting. Let me congratulate for the first meeting and all the best for all the future meetings. I'm very sure these meetings will enable each and every member to work on communication skills and leadership qualities. Magic is believing in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. And there is no age nor any time to start up. This moment is the right moment. Let me narrate a short story. Virginia-based contracting firm Halfaker and Associated deals with various data analysis, cybersecurity, software engineering, IT infrastructure for federal government. After being wounded in combat in Iraq, Don Halfaker worked on Capitol Hill and with various other contractors looking for a way to continue working with the military even after being medically retired. As a veteran herself, she knows firsthand what troops in combat needs to be successful. And she saw a disconnect between these needs and what people in Washington could provide. And this inspired her to start her own company and offer real-world, common sense solutions to help the military to be more effective. What are the takeaways? Her story is a clear example of perseverance and getting back after life knocks you down, and of what can be achieved with determination. Maybe what's the most important here is a commitment to her community, as we all Toastmasters have commitment to our community, fraternity, our Toastmasters clubs, and how it benefits not only around her, but also her strengths, her business too. And the way she excelled was a big example to many of us. Many people, like Lance Armstrong, the man who came back from death, that's cancer, Bill Gates, MS Dhoni, Steve Jobs, Priyanka Chopra, and for that matter, our own president, DTM Harish, DTM Shivadas, many more. Fellow Toastmasters, do you know the common habits among all this? How determined and how hardworking these people are. It takes guts to fight and accept defeat and fight back unless until you get success. Even we can strive for excellence, refresh and regenerate, and make a difference. So once again, I welcome you all to this meeting. Despite the fact I'm not a TMOD, but still I'm welcoming. I'm very happy, to be with all of you. Now, dear leaders, just an official message I would like to convey from Division. To have an awareness session on Division L Awards and Recognition 2021-2022, we are having a workshop on 23rd July, 4 p.m. The objective of this workshop is to disseminate information of eligibility of numerous awards from our division to members as well as officials. Please note, it is not for officials, even for the members too. And also many other awards from district. So each and every member, official, Gaveliers, club, area officials can work for the award. I request you all, please attend this workshop because we don't know how I can get it. So this is a very good platform, very good workshop. To awaken interest and kindle enthusiasm is a sure way to teach easily and successfully. Let's all teach ourselves to be motivated. And with this, I sign off, hand over. Thanks a lot once again. Over to you, President.
Thank you, Madam, for that short and inspiring address. Now let's get into the education session. Today we have a very energetic and committed person as our Toastmaster of the day. This Toastmaster, when he was the Vice President Education of Periyar, started with some innovative concepts. And that innovation we can see in each and every role that he takes up. Be it today's Toastmaster of the day, we could see how unique and attractive the video that was. So in each and everything, this is a person who leaves his signature. So we are so privileged and happy to have this Toastmaster of the day person as our Toastmaster of the day for our first meeting in this new term. It's now my pleasure to welcome our TMOD Toastmaster Viju Raghavan. Toastmaster Viju, it's over to you now. Please unmute. You're muted.
It's my privilege to be the Toastmaster of the day in the very first meeting of this term under your leadership. Thank you very much. Area President, Mr. President, guests, my dear fellow Toastmasters, good evening.
Good evening.
As we are moving to the new term, of course, it would be a great experience regenerating all together as one team, looking forward for the good events throughout this year. Although we have a lot of challenges due to the pandemic situation. For me, also it is a refreshing and regenerating experience as I am doing this Toastmaster role in Periyar after a long gap. Let this evening be a resuscitating experience for all of us. Let me introduce my theme for the day. The Zoom master, can you go to the slide presentation?
Yeah.
Go in full mode. The theme today is, it is never too late to chase your dreams, refresh and regenerate to work on it. Okay, the next slide. Do you know who's this lady? Any guess? Any guess? My dear Toastmasters, this is none other than Donzella Washington. She fulfilled her lifelong goal of earning her bachelor's degree, graduating from Alabama University at the age of 80. She earned a bachelor's degree in social work in 2019. Donzella Washington had a speech difficulty and was feeling low self-esteem due to her stammering problem. She always felt she wasn't smart enough because of her stammering problem. It is her own word. She wanted to achieve a bachelor's degree since graduating from high school in 1957. But a few negative words from someone made her think that a graduation from university is unattainable for her. Her dream of achieving a degree from university became a long-time dream. In 2005, while in California, she enrolled a community college where she started speech classes for her stammering problem. The classes just boosted her self-confidence. Later, she picked up social work and business class lessons one by one. She eventually learned how to manage her thoughts along with patience and confidence. She took the risk of entering the college even at an older age. Even though there were a lot of tears and late evening study, she was determined. She never felt like quitting. Finally, she fulfilled her dream of achieving a bachelor degree in December 2019 at the age of 80. That was Donzella Washington. If I quote her own words, it reads as, "My mission is to inspire others, to let them know age is just a number. It is never too late. Whatever dreams you had as a child, you can obtain them. It is all what is within you to reach out our goal. It is the desire in yourself to accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. You can do it. You just have to believe in yourself." My dear fellow Toastmasters, with this story in mind, let us resuscitate and explore today's educational session. Let me introduce my team of assignees. Before going to the team of assignees, there are a few changes in the assignee list. Let me confirm once again. We have our agreed grammarian is not available, so our own president is shouldering that responsibility of grammarian and word master. And the second change is our timer having a difficulty to connect. Network issue is there, so Toastmaster Ravi will be handling timer role also. Are you okay, assignees? That are the changes. Let me welcome our own president to introduce the word of the day.
Thank you, GM Modi. Today, our word of the day is resuscitate. Resuscitate means to revive from unconsciousness or apparent death. Refresh, rejuvenate, etc. can be used, kind of synonyms. It's a positive word. During this pandemic situation, in so many places, we would have read about doctors and relatives trying to resuscitate patients. So even in sports field, resuscitation is very often attempted to, or we can see, make this use to describe the situation of a company which is struggling. The CEO might come with a new vision and trying to resuscitate that company that was once done by Steve Jobs for Apple. So please make use of this word as much as possible. And apart from that, I will be making note of the good usages as well as the not so good usages. So have fun having the word resuscitate. Over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, President, for introduction of that word. And I urge all the speakers and assignees to use the word of the day during your speech and assignment roles. Our next person, individual, if I talk about this individual, it will be a long list. That is the kind of achievements he has through this Toastmastering. The remarkable achievements recently happened is he was the first runner-up in 2021 division level, Division D. And the appreciable and commendable thing about DTM Shivadas is that he achieved this first runner-up while he was, he attended the area contest while he was serving his father in hospital. He attended the session from the hospital, and very sadly, after 11th day of his father's demise, he achieved the first runner-up role, runner-up trophy in the division level. Let me welcome our general evaluator. Could you please explain your role as general evaluator?
Yes, TM Modi. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
Toastmaster of the Day, Area 69 Director, Toastmaster Shanti Rekha, Distinguished Toastmaster Sunil Sadashivan, my fellow leaders and kids. Good evening.
Good evening.
Today, my role as a general evaluator is to observe and evaluate everything from the beginning to the end of the meeting and lead a constructive evaluation session when called upon to do so. I shall wrap up the entire proceedings of the meeting, complementing the good practice and indicating the areas requiring further improvement. Hopefully, this section will resuscitate all of us with lots of takeaway. Thank you. Back to Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vichu Rakawai.
Thank you, General Evaluator DTM Sivadas. Our next assignee, timer, our own VP Education, Toastmaster Ravi. Toastmaster Ravi, could you please explain your role as timer?
Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good evening. My role as a timer is to record the time for each prepared speech, table topics, and evaluation session. For prepared speeches, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes, and table topic, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes, and for evaluation, the time limit is 2 to 3 seconds, 2 to 3 minutes with 30 seconds relaxation on either sides. I will give a brief report of times for each category and announce names of qualified speakers based on timing when called upon to do so. Besides that, I will be I am also acting as a vote counter. My responsibility will be to conduct the poll and announce the results when called upon to do so. Thank you. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi, for handling the multiple roles. It's a great responsibility of the VP Education. You are handling it smartly. Our next table topic master, I will be introducing our table topic master, Dr. Shanti Rekha Rao, during the table topic session. However, may I request Dr. Shanti Rao to explain your role as table topic master.
Good evening once again. My role as a table topic master is I'm going to give you some topics wherein you have to speak impromptu on the topic given. But anyway, however, I'll be explaining in detail when I'm called upon to do so during my segment. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Shanti Rekha, for explaining the role. I think I have completed all the assignees. Let us move to the education session, and we are moving to the prepared speech session. Our first speaker is DTM Shivu Xavier. Our first speaker, DTM Shivu Xavier, attempting his level 2 project 3. I will call this gentleman as a man of commitment and simplicity. This gentleman believes his growth in Toastmaster means that his growth in family. So he took his fiancée also along with the Toastmastering journey, and both of them achieved together the DTM title on the same day. That's a great achievement for this family man. Let us welcome Toastmaster DTM Shibu Xavier, attempting level 2 project 3. Let me ask the evaluator, DTM Anit Kumar, to read out the objectives.
Hi, good evening, fellow Periyarians, and good evening to DTM Shibu Xavier in particular. The objectives of DTM Shibu Xavier is to connect with storytelling. This project addresses storytelling techniques and descriptive skills to help make every speech relatable and interesting. The purpose of this project is to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that is a story. So overall, you need to choose an established story, a story about your life or a fictional tale of your own creation, and deliver the 5 to 7 minute speech at a club meeting. And that's what he's going to attempt. The total time, once again, it's 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, and all the best to DTM Shibu Xavier.
Thank you, DTM Anit Kumar. Our speaker, DTM Shibu Xavier. He is attempting the first speech from his new house. Let us congratulate him for getting that opportunity in his new house. He is attending level 2 project 3. The title of the speech is Dream. Title of the speech, Dream.
Am I audible?
Yes.
Visible?
Yes, audible.
Thank you. All our dreams can come true if we dare to pursue them. Words of great Walt Disney. Is there anyone who don't have dream? I think no. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, a very warm good evening. I steadily believe that all our dreams can come true, even it may take years. Once your dream becomes reality, they glorify ourselves and add you value into our life. I'm going to share with a big dream that had materialized in my life. In my college days, most of the vacations were spent in Navy quarters. That was a real break from the misty green village. Wake up early morning, rush straight away to the jogging track with my father. Nearby the jogging track, we could see many houses under construction used by rapid cement panels. Those panels were lifted by a crane and installed in a proper place. Most of the works were done by machines rather than manpower. Periyar Toastmasters, those frames never deleted from our mind. When my father decided to return hometown, I asked him whether we could construct a similar house in our village. As you know, it was not easy task to construct a house with that technology. Still, I tried to pursue him. Finally, he decided to construct a normal house as planned. My father. But I never leave my desire. Even in this heavy sandstorm, can't erase my dreams. Within few years, I realized that a stem of a big dream started rising inside me, and it was growing with me. It was nothing but to construct a modern house in my village. I used to Google about this rapid panel technology frequently. Finally, I got an opportunity to meet a designer, Dr. Shinto Paul, who designed the dormitory for students of IIT Madras. Then we started discussing my dream house about 5 years back. He visited my land to check the soil strength and the access of cranes. Fortunately, my land is wide corner plot and even nearby the main road. Those days, I remembered the words of Paulo Coelho. When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. Even though my better half and children were supportive, but my poor siblings never heard about Paulo Coelho. Then how come they know this beautiful quote? When I share my dreams with them, they disagreed and advised me that it is better to construct an ordinary house, less headache. I approached one of my uncle who was a contractor that time. He said to me, those Herculean technologies wouldn't work in our place. And he had concerns about weather, withstand, and durability. I think he's a person who has never taken any challenges in his whole life. Finally, I opened my heart to my father. He told me clearly that do not take so many opinions. You will never meet your dreams. If you wish to try something, go ahead. Then he assured his support in his early 80s. In March 2019, we laid our first stone and started the construction of my dream house. The initial stage went smoothly without any hassles, but later, due to the COVID pandemic, we suspended the entire work. Corona succeeded in acquiring dreams of many lives, but it miserably failed to stop my dreams. I had been locked for 18 months in the kingdom, but my construction works went on with the help of many whose help can never be unseen. At this moment, I would like to express my sincere gratitude and thanks to all who supported me in here as well as in Saudi Arabia. And I would like to express one of the biggest person. My uncle, a retired postmaster, has done a wonderful job. Fellow Toastmasters, do you have any dreams left in your life? Even if it is too old, no matter, start to chase from today and shoot it. Hope the success is with you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Wow, that is wonderful. Of course, it is a personal achievement that what you have done during the pandemic or the tough situation. Congratulations. Of course, you have. When I look into your speeches, it's wonderful that you are aligned properly with my theme of the day. Thank you very much. Let us move to the second speaker, Toastmaster Hari Kumar, attending his level 1 icebreaker speech. Mr. Hari Kumar is a chemical engineer by profession and working as CEO of Simon India Private Limited. Zoom Master, can you please?
Yes. Screen.
Okay. So, okay. The most remembering event in my mind about Toastmaster Hari Kumar, we call him Hari Chetan, is his marvelous speech. Last year, marvelous speech, Malayalam. The key point I remember how he talked about the values, ethics, and human kindness. That was the great speech he has done. Let us welcome Toastmaster Hari Kumar for his icebreaker speech. In the meantime, let me ask his evaluator DTM Manoj Kumar to read out the objectives.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viju, for resuscitating your journey in Periyar Toastmasters again through as TMOD. Good evening to all, especially Toastmaster Hari Kumar. Toastmaster Hari Kumar is attempting the project level 1 P1. That is the first project, which we called as icebreaker. This is the fundamental project designed to introduce the person to the club and skills the person need to begin in the Toastmasters journey. The purpose of this project is to introduce yourself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. I wish Toastmaster Hari Kumar all the very best in resuscitating his journey in Toastmasters after a gap. Over to Toastmaster Biju. All the best to Toastmaster Hari Kumar.
Thank you, DTM Manoj Nayak. Let us welcome Toastmaster Hari Kumar.
Am I audible to you? All of you?
Yes.
Audible.
Let me convey his title of the speech is Refresh and Rejuvenate, and the time allotted is 4 to 6 minutes. All the best. Over
And
to
the speaker, please pin the timer. Pin me so that you can know the time.
I have already done.
Okay.
I have already pinned it. Okay. So let us start. How many of you know that crabs can crawl backward? I don't know.
We never knew.
Dear Toastmasters of the day, my dear fellow Toastmasters and lovely children. Only one child is there, that is our Shrestha mode. To me. A warm good evening to you all.
Good evening.
I am happy to be here to resuscitate my journey back to Toastmaster in a very serious way. I have seen so many changes. I have undergone so many changes in my life over a period of time. And I would like to present myself in front of you, even though you know me very well. But let me try to portray something little more, and which will be more interesting for all of you. I'm Hari Kumar. Basically, I'm a chemical engineer from Government Engineering College, Trichur. And I'm married to Mini. She is also a BTech civil engineer from Manipal. Presently working as a vocational higher secondary principal in Palemat near Nilambur. And my daughter, I have only one daughter, Sri Lakshmi. She has completed her post-graduation in transportation engineering at Monash University, Melbourne. She is still there in Australia, Melbourne only. While thinking about this public speaking and appearing in the public platform, I have different experiences. Though I used to appear in public platforms from my very young age. At the age of 13, I happened to be the representative of my school for a speech during emergency period. That time in India, emergency was going on. That at my age of 13, when I was studying at the standard of 9. So this particular function was supposed to happen in a school. It was a girls' school. So what happened is, when I reached there, I found a lot of girls with their green and white uniform. You know, I was studying in a boys' high school. So this has put me in little, very difficult situation. More than 500 to 600 girls sitting in front, and at the stage, I am addressing them. So after 1.5 minutes, the speech was for 5 minutes, but after 1.5 minutes, I fell down. I was taken up. This is the first incident. Second thing, I grown up, then, I used to sing a little songs here and there. So that time I was studying in college, that is Kollam SN College, for my second year pre-degree class. So I decided to participate in the light music competition. I have given the name, but somehow my friends in the class, they came to know that I am going to sing. I have never sing a song in front of anybody that time. So I went there at the podium. When I entered, I found a lot of friends are there and my classmates. That time my class was having around 90 students in my class, first year, second year pre-degree class. So when I started, it was a song sung by Yeshudas that time. But after the third line, I lost all my rhythm and I again went out of the stage. So the result is I could not come back to the college for the next 7 days. And the third one, I further grew up. I went to engineering college, government engineering college, Trichur. So I was a little more confident. I was more confident. And I thought, okay, here I will make some attempt. I went there. The first year, I was a first year student. You can well imagine in an engineering college when a first year student tried to sing. So that was a college day function. But that general secretary, I don't know how he liked my song that time. He wanted to hear my song. So I just told him at his ears that this is what he's going to say. I don't know, somehow he has agreed without any, otherwise there was some selection process and all. So I started singing. Vandu padiya patilorennam. But you know, I just started. Only I could hear my song because in that the entire audience, they started, I don't know what has happened to them. They started making noise. Oh, but you know, I didn't leave it. I completed the entire song there. Then only I left out of the stadium. So what happened is later, some senior girls, especially I know it was in civil engineering, some people met, told Hari Kumar, well done. You didn't leave the stage. It is very good. But we appreciate your thickness of your, you know, this skin. Very good. So you can well imagine my face. And, you know, that has become a popular story in the college and because I was studying in, I was living in the hostel. So it honored me. But I can tell you, I never left. Since that day, I started participating each and every activities, sports, arts, competitions, debate, everything. So I could become a good and able man to deal with the public. This has helped me when I went to the job in Mumbai after completing my degree in engineering college. So when I went to Mumbai, I was there for 14 years in Mumbai. Then from there, I went to Goa for 1 year, Panipat. Then I was in Gurgaon, then in Delhi. Finally, I landed over here in 2006 in Dubai through the present company, Simon India Limited. And it's a Birla group of concern. And we are working as an EPC company over here. So we did many prestigious projects here in Saudi Arabia. So in between, the major incident in life, that is marriage, happened. You know, I was wondering why so many girls rejected me. Maybe because my handsome body, maybe I may be very handsome. Maybe because of that. They rejected me. So I am from a place called South Paravur in Kollam district. So the next district was near to that is Pathanamthitta. So I thought, okay, let me go to some forest area so that somebody will like me. So I went to Komi. You know Komi? Komi is very famous for tea goods. First one is Nilambur tea goods, then is Komi. And you know, there is a elephant catching and training center in Komi. You may be remembering M.T. Vasudevan Nair's famous story, Varikuri, which has come later developed into as a film. Anyway, then in Komi, I found one girl, you know, she is fond of me. Right? Very good. She is my wife now. So maybe my color as teakwood and figure as an elephant might have attracted a Komi girl. I still believe in that. I am thankful to her in accepting me as her husband. So we lived together, myself and my wife. We got a child that time. After 7 years, she got a job in Kerala. Now as a teacher in the PHSC. So she left along with the child. So since that day, I got a license to live alone. I got the freedom. She had given me the freedom. Till that day, since that day, till date, I am living alone. She had never come to any of my place to disturb me. So what I wanted to say is, all these years, what I enjoyed is the freedom given by my family. Definitely, the lessons learned during my entire previous life is very good. And I would like to say thanks for that. And I would like to crawl back again to reassign this work and to join in the Toastmasters fraternity. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Harichetan, for wonderfully taking us through your life. Of course, we love take wood, but not animals. Thank you very much. Our next speaker is DTM Sima Shibu, attempting her level 3 project 2. When I say about DTM Sima Shibu, the one quality I observed about her is I can say that she is a lady of multitask. Teacher by profession, mother of 3 kids, and she was the past president of Periyar Toastmasters Club. The most appreciable thing about her is that while leading Periyar Club as a president, parallelly, she has put her own extra efforts to complete her projects and achieved the DTM title along with her better half. Her evaluator is DTM Harish Bhargavan. DTM Harish Bhargavan, can you read out the objectives of her speech?
Yes, thank you, Toastmaster of the Day. DTM Sima Shibu is attempting the project Connect with Storytelling. The objective of the speech is to practice using a story within a speech or giving a speech that's a story. Time given is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to the speaker. Over to TMOD.
Thank you. Thank you, DTM Harish Bhargavan. Let us welcome DTM Sima Shibu, attempting her level 3 project 2. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vijayaraghavan. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, audible.
I have a couple of friends who have been sending morning messages. Some messages are truly inspiring and it touches my heart. How many of you have similar experiences? Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests. A pleasant good evening to you all.
Good evening.
Recently, I received a message from DTM Murali Krishnan, which says, if an egg is broken from outside force, life ends. But if it is broken from an inside force, life begins. How very true this message is, I thought to myself. It carries a beautiful lesson and it takes profoundly, can have a great influence on our life. There is a general phenomenon we all see in our kitchens each day. When we apply an external pressure on the egg, it breaks and the life within the egg ends. Similarly, when a human being is influenced by the outer forces like environment, society, and friends, gets into the trap of negative thoughts of failure, jealousy, unhappiness, and distress, and they head towards the downfall. In reality, all these thoughts are the production of one's own mind, which makes the individual think that his life will get affected by these external events or individuals. But in reality, these external forces possess no power to affect anyone. Rather, it is our own thinking which is killing the human being that we are. We are absolutely swayed by all the ill beliefs which incur a bad influence on us. Now, let us go through the next part of the chord that says that if an egg is broken by the force that comes from inside, life begins. That means that if the growth of the egg happens naturally, then it leads to the birth of a new life in the form of a chicken, the form of a chick. This phenomenon clearly explains the eternal fact that if we listen to the inner force, our soul, the conscience within, then we can prosper each day of our life. Our inner force can keep us devoid of all the ill feelings and insecurities, gives us the right knowledge, shows the ideal path, and helps us in leading a righteous life. Recently, we also face a similar situation. Months back, we wished to come to India due to several reasons. But as you all know, the situations weren't favorable. Many of the external forces compelled us to stay back. Even though the external forces still exist, but our strong inner desires overcome all the odds. And now we are here. I could see my dream home after a gap of 2 years, which in a quarantine home now. We are enjoying some priceless moments together here. Our old parents are providing food for us and they are taking care of us. We can easily increase our happiness and success with our inner belief. But instead, we choose to get influenced by our outer force, which leads us to our downfall. It's the way we think that make all the difference. Hence, if we let the outer force rule us, then we are breaking ourselves and are responsible for our failures. But if we let the inner force rule our life, then we are blossoming our life with all the positivism and happiness. Over to you, Tiamari.
Thank you, DTM Sima, for wonderfully concluding the speech. Let us hope that our inner force is driving us for our future. Thank you very much. That concludes the prepared speech session. Let me have the timer's report, please. Toastmaster Ravi Kumar.
Good evening once again. Our first speaker, Shibu Xavier, has took 6 minutes 40 seconds. Second speaker, Toastmaster Hari Kumar, took 12 minutes. Third speaker, Madam Toastmaster Seema Shibu, took 5 minutes 40 seconds. So Mr. Toastmaster Hari Kumar is not qualified for the voting, and I think we have 2 speakers, so there is no need of voting.
Yeah, of course. As we have only 2 speakers, there is no voting. Thank you very much. And let us move to the table topic session. We are lucky that we have our area director here, and she is doing dual role today. It is her official visit. Thanks to her, we are very much pleased that you have taken up the role of the table topic master also. That itself indeed showing a very commitment towards our club. Thank you very much. Dr. Shanti Rekha Rao, she's by profession, she's a clinical psychologist and he's working as a counselor in Jubail IAS school. He's an NLP practitioner and coach doing multiple roles. Let us welcome our table topic master, DTM, Dr. Shanti Rekha Rao. Over to you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Vijay. First of all, for 2 things, I would like to thank you. 1, for the wonderful interaction. 2nd, that you are already calling me DTM. So that's a very good thing, positive note. And thank you very much for that. Okay. President of the club, DTM
It was instead of doctor, I mentioned
no
it.
problem. Many of the people, they mistake. They say DTM. So I'm very happy. Without doing anything, I'm getting an achievement. Anyways, thanks a lot. Okay. President of the company, DTM Harish. Intelligent XCOM, members and valued guests, good evening. Welcome to the table topics round. Table topics is one of the best ways to practice thinking and speaking on our feet, or in other words, impromptu speaking. This helps us to develop and enhance vital communication skills and resuscitate our speaking skills too. We never know when we may be asked a tough question, either by a supervisor, or a news crew, or a job interview, or a boss, or even our own spouses. It is to our benefit to know how to properly answer the questions, or at least like we are in control of the situation. Even if you don't know the exact answer, the more we practice, the better we'll get. So today I have got something a different one. Table topics, which we do usually in our Toastmasters, is something different, but yes, it's going to be impromptu. I request the timer to call out the timing guidelines for the table topics round. Timer, yeah.
The timing is 1 to 2 minutes.
Yes.
With seconds discount on either sides.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Speakers, I remind you all, before you speak, please spin the timer. Are you ready, all of you? Yes? If yes, even I'm ready. Just a second. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Perfect. So I have some excellent champion, great speakers list with me. So I'll be calling one by one. So I want you to unmute yourselves and open your videos if it's possible, and pin the timer, because it's a very, very crucial. You have 1 to 2 minutes, 30 seconds on either side, and attempt. All the best. Now, our today's first speaker is Toastmaster DTM Elna. DTM Elna. Are you there with us?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. Right. Choose a number from this.
I would choose number 2.
Number 2. Here we go. This is a picture. You have to talk on this picture. What comes to your mind? What are the feelings? What do you think about this? So your take on this picture. Over to you, DTM Elna.
First of all, good evening, dear Periyarians. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Shanti Rekha, for this wonderful picture which you have given me to speak. It is said that life is a big, long journey, you know, it's unexpected, and we will find different kinds of turns and different kinds of obstacles we might face. It is up to us how we go. And when I see this picture, that is what that comes into your mind. That, you know, life is not easy. It's going to be really difficult. And you can see that the road is cracking up. And, you know, imagine that you are the truck. You are the truck that is going, or you are the truck driver who's driving this big, deep lane of road. And no matter what comes in front of you, you must go on. Life should go on. This is what comes into my mind seeing this picture. That no matter whatever you face in your life, no matter whatever challenges or obstacles you face, you should not give up. And you should not expect that life should be like a smooth road. So with all the challenges, with all the obstacles, just keep moving, keep riding, and have a safe journey. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Shanti Rekha.
Wow, wonderful. That's a great attempt. Now, wait. Let's go back to the screen. Perfect. Now, can I have DTM Sunil, our next speaker, DTM Sunil. DTM Sunil, sir, are you there with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, choose a number.
3.
Number 3. Sir, you have to speak what comes to your mind when you see this picture. So what's your take regarding with respect to this picture? Over to you, DTM Sunil.
Curiosity is something that every one of us lives by. And it often happens that it takes you to places which are most unexpected. Table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear friends, imagine if you were so small in comparison to a tiger, you wouldn't have explored the inside of its mouth. Well, human beings' curiosity is so high. Can you see here, in spite of probably knowing that a tiger can be so dangerous, or a feline animal, a wild feline animal can be extremely dangerous, this gentleman actually represents the human curiosity. The human curiosity doesn't know any fear. They keep going, they just keep exploring. It's as simple as that. Here, it reminds me of the various researches that is happening in the field of science, in the field of medicine, and even in the field of space sciences. What is the guarantee that is given to you when somebody has chosen to travel to the space? What is a guarantee that is given to you that you will never be able to come back, and when you come back, you will be the same human being again? Still, they traveled. They traveled to Antarctica. They traveled to all those strange places. They have always explored something which is definitely not to be dangerous. Human curiosity is what has taken human beings to what we are today. So let's not stop curiosity. Let fear not stop us from exploring the possibilities. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM Sunil sir, for such a wonderful attempt and taking us to research and other stuff. Excellent. Now we call upon, now let us listen to the young people, young generation, youth leader Akhil. Youth leader Akhil, are you there with us?
He left already.
He left. Okay, fine. Youth leader Amal, even she's there or left?
He also left because
left.
they are in India. They have classes.
Right. No problem. No issues at all. Let's listen. Now, no problem. We have another great Toastmaster, Toastmaster Saju. Saju, if I'm mistaken, I'm sorry for that. Toastmaster Saju,
hi.
Are you there with us? Yeah, hi. So
Yes,
choose a number. Yeah, choose a number, sir.
Number 10.
Number 10. And please don't, remind again, please pin the timer because you should not exceed the. Right. Oh, number 10. So what comes to your mind? What's your take on this picture?
Okay, let me pin the timer if you don't mind. The timer. Yeah. It's difficult for me because I'm using my mobile. Anyway, I can see the timer.
Yes, sir.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, Toastmasters and Topic Master.
Good evening.
The picture reminds me of Neymar and team today. As soon as they have been resuscitated by the great Messiah of football, Messi, in Maracana Stadium today. The Brazilian fans were hiding under the carpet like that cat in that picture. Dear friends, today was another beautiful day for me because one of my favorite team won the cup, Copa America, today after long waiting. And it is not only the waiting for Argentina, it is actually the fans of Argentinian and the great Messi has been resuscitated their faith in football today. The cat, the team, the Brazilian fans, which were very much vocal in the social media, was quite all of a sudden. You could see their hidden faces all over the social media. And let me conclude my speech. Vamos Argentina. Over to you, the topic master.
Thank you, Saju Kumar, for a nice attempt. Great, and congratulations, your team won. Even I'm very happy. We all going to really enjoy or be with your happiness. Thanks a lot. Now, let's go for another great Toastmaster, John Abraham. Toastmaster John Abraham, are you there with us?
Yes.
Yes, that's great. Fine. Choose a number, sir.
Number 6.
Number 6. Here we go. Great. So now this is for you. What's your take on this picture?
Yeah, Toastmaster, table topic master, fellow Toastmasters, good evening to you all.
Good evening.
From this picture, what I could see is one frog hiding under an umbrella, or a tree, whatever it is we call for. See, there are times we need to take shelter in life. So as you are in a journey, traveling in your life, you are going through many areas of life. And you may be under stress, you may be in a situation wherein the circumstances are not favorable. But as the life goes on, you always see, because you are a person life, same time, or how many people are depending on you as well. Your family, maybe your surroundings are not favorable, but it's raining, or it can be hot weather, or even the life circumstances. But you need to always take care of others, same time protect yourself from the situations to live your life on and on. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thanks a lot for such a wonderful attempt. Now let's move to another. Right, thank you. Now let's move to another person. Although I want to listen from the younger generation, a youth leader Shrestha. Are you there with me, with us?
Yes, I am.
That's great. Right. So can you choose a number, please?
8.
8. Okay. Here we go. Okay, you lead it, Shrestha. What's your take on this?
1 minute. May I pin the timer for a second?
Yeah, pin the timer, and then start at it.
Okay.
Okay, all the best. Over to you.
Good evening, everyone. So, in this picture, I'm not actually sure what this picture is about, to be exact, but it feels like me fighting with my inner ego, you might say. I'm someone who doesn't know what is actually going inside me. I sometimes think that, oh, I want to become like them. Oh, I really want to become like them. Then I say, why am I even thinking about that? I should be myself. What's wrong with me? But there are times when people actually want to become someone but end up being nothing. So I say we should fight for ourselves, not try to be someone else in our life. It's something that I say, and I don't have much to say about this. Sorry, and thank you.
That's great. That's great. Excellent attempt. All the best. Take care. And now that's the end. So that's the end of table topic session. So all of you can relax. I request the timer to call out the timing report. Timers report, please. Good evening.
Yes. First speaker, Madam Toastmaster, DTM Elna Rajan, took 1 minute 20 seconds. DTM Sunil took 1 minute 50 seconds. And Toastmaster Saju Kumar, 1 minute 20 seconds. Toastmaster John Abraham, 1 minute 5 seconds. And Madam Toastmaster Shrestha, 1 minute. So all 5 are qualified. The poll will appear on your screen within a minute. You can all vote for the best TT speaker.
All the members and guests can cast their votes to select the best TT speaker. Dear fellow Toastmasters, hope you all have enjoyed the session with some innovation. I really enjoyed your thoughts on every take, on every picture. I was wondering what you want to speak, but then really I enjoyed. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster, Dr. Shanti, for wonderfully and innovatively conducting a very energetic and powerful session. Let us congratulate our area director for wonderfully conducting that session. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let us go to the next session, the feedbacks. Let me call upon our DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran for conducting the evaluation session. I have already given an introduction about DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran in the beginning, so I am not talking much about him. Let us welcome DTM Shivadas for the evaluation session.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, even though it was a bit emotional starting, but the life is going on. Thank you so much. Am I audible? Am I audible? Thank you. Thank you. Without your involvement, you cannot succeed. With your involvement, you cannot fail. The famous words of wisdom by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Viju Raghavan, for that splendid and candid introduction. I am so elevated and rejuvenated. Toastmaster of the day, fellow leaders, Alapi Club President, Toastmaster Sajju, distinguished Toastmaster, and others, good evening once again. I am highly privileged to be your general evaluator for today's, the first ever meeting of this current term. One of the beauties of Toastmasters program is instant feedback to the speakers by evaluation of their speeches. I believe this is the most powerful tool of Toastmastering. Evaluation is an art. With the constructive evaluations, every speaker will get more confidence to appear her or his next project. That is one of the beauties of Toastmastering evaluations. A major component of Toastmastering is not only to speak, but develop listening skills also, always. This evaluation also gives us skills to listen the speakers very well. Today, to evaluate our vibrant speakers, we have a team of refined and self-reliant Toastmasters. We already seen the splendid performance of our speakers. Now, every movement is improvement point of view, and we are learning by doing. So if you do some project also, there will be scope for improvement. So to speak away, to give the highlights to the speakers, I have a team of self-motivating Toastmasters. Timer and the evaluators, are you ready?
Yes.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. Today, we have 3 speakers and we already witnessed their splendid performance. So to evaluate the first speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Shibu Xavier, pathway level 2, project number 3. We have our immediate past area 29 director, distinguished Toastmaster Anit Kumar. He is a champion speaker, champion evaluator, what not. Please put your hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmaster Anit P. Kumar to evaluate the speech of distinguished Toastmaster Shibu Xavier. Toastmaster Anit Kumar, the virtual platform is yours.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Distinguished Toastmaster Shivadas Bhaskaran, for that elevating introduction. Hope you are all hale and healthy. So, Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, Area Director, the President, and DTM Shibu Xavier in particular, a very warm good evening to you all. Now, DTM Shibu Xavier had a very touching and beautiful concept, the way he chose to deliver his speech about his dream by staying in his own dream. So that concept itself gives the audience enthralled into his speech. He had a very good opening from Walt Disney quote and a question as well. This really transferred his vibe into the audience. So he knew the audience very well, and it's a very good approach to the speech. The dream about building a house, a dream of a father, resuscitated, I believe I pronounced it right. It's a very, very strange pronunciation for this term, resuscitated, right, by his son. So that is the thing. For those who did not understand, it is just a dream that is being fulfilled, a dream of the father who fulfilled by his son. So that is something that is very unique. And then he entrenched his dream into reality by facing a lot of issues which he had narrated in a step-by-step process. Then again, he put Polo Kalo into the body, which is another amazing thing to do. And he sprinkled humor using Polo Kalo as well. And that is humor is always a very good tool, and that will always, keep the audience intact. Now, then again, he explained about the hardships about fulfilling his dreams, and he used this platform as a thanksgiving to the people who alleviated his shortcomings and ameliorated his troubles. So these are the things that he had explained it very clearly in today's speech, and his speech had a very good conclusion as well. So overall, it had all the elements of a good speech, but in order to elevate it to the next level, please allow me to give few suggestions. One recommendation is try to be a bit more animated, because this is a storytelling. Always people will get attracted when you give some animated actions, and in your body language, if you're moving from one place to another and you are expressing more, it will catch the audience more and it will help us being glued into the speech. Now, the second point which I would like to tell is the most important thing in a storytelling. The most important thing in a storytelling is to create curiosity. So if there was some twists and turns in your speech that enabled to create that curiosity, it would have taken your speech to the next level. Here, your speech was just, from the beginning itself, we knew how it was going to turn out and what was the conclusion. But even though in that process, if some twists and turns, some imagination, if you could incorporate, then it would have been much better. So that is the major suggestion that I have. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed your speech. You have a very good way of narrating. You had a great narrating skill. So keep it up. But if you concentrate on that particular point about curiosity, then I am sure that you will be able to elevate into the next level. I thoroughly enjoyed your speech, and back to the general evaluator.
Oh, what a fantastic evaluation. I am sure that distinguished Toastmaster Shibu Xavier could get all the benefits out of it. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Anit P. Kumar. To evaluate the second prepared speech of Toastmaster Hari Kumar, Pathway Level 1 Project Number 1, the Icebreaker speech, we have another veteran Toastmaster, the father of Commemorate, a tribute to the departed Indian authors. I believe he has so far completed his 335 editions. Am I right, Toastmaster Manoj Sinaya?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So please put your hands together to welcome distinguished Toastmaster, my all-time mentor, Manoj Nair, to evaluate the lengthy icebreaker speech of Toastmaster Haris Kumar. Sir, the virtual floor is yours, distinguished Toastmaster Manoj Nair, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for that wonderful introduction and resuscitating your way back to Jubail and talking from Serbia. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, lovely children, and Toastmaster Hari Kumar in particular, a very warm good evening to all of you. First of all, let me congratulate Toastmaster Hari Kumar for resuscitating his way to Toastmasters after a long gap, and that too with a fantastic speech. Even though it is icebreaker, it was a roller coaster dive for us, and we have learned a lot about you, about your place, about your family. Fantastically done. Thank you very much. It was a fantastic opening. You started the speech very well with a very valuable new information to all of us, that was the crab can crawl back as well. Fantastically done. That itself places everybody glued to your speech. Then you started narrating your failures, which we all really like to know, actually. In fact, I do. And you narrated about your school days failure in speeches and college days, engineering college days. fantastically done by self-diminishing yourself. It's a very valuable way of impressing the audience. Fantastically done. And all the areas you sprinkled humor. That was awesome, actually. And that gives, means ourselves refreshed and rejuvenated, which correctly coincide with your speech title. Fantastically done. You have great confidence. You are a great storyteller. And we all came to know a long or a large number of stories hiding behind you to revive upon us. On telling all these things, our platform is for improving ourselves. So I have some few suggestions to improve your speech to a higher level. Out of them, the most important thing which I noticed, because it is an icebreaker, which I notice is you have a habit of moving left and right while you are speaking in the initial time. Maybe because of some type of tension, maybe because you are coming back after a long time. Maybe that is the reason. But it was there, but that continuous, we can avoid that body language there. Then other than that, what I have seen is your eye contact was little missing here and there while you are looking down in some point of time. And even though it is an icebreaker, yes, there is quite difficult to talk about yourself. You have a lot of things to do. So, but we can manage your time in such a way that we can conclude in time so that it will be easy for all of us. But we have learned a lot from you, and we will never forget Koni. I think nobody will forget Koni now onwards. And you have done great. All the best to you for the coming speeches. Over to General Evaluate.
Yes, I'm sure Toastmaster Hari Kumar immensely benefited and going to apply these recommendations in the future projects. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Manoj C. Nair. Moving on, now it is the time to evaluate the pathway level 3 project of distinguished Toastmaster Seema Shibu. To evaluate this project, we have an enthusiastic leader, our own president and champion evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan. Please help me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan to evaluate the project of distinguished Toastmaster Seema Shibu. Distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan, please carry on.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Dear all, a mark of a great storyteller is to find great messages hidden within everyday instances. We all receive good morning messages. We all received the good morning message from DTM Murali Krishnan. But when DTM Seema Shibu received one such message, that resulted in a great speech. An egg broken from outside, life ends, and broken from within, life begins. It's a wonderful symbolism. It's a difficult concept, but the fact that DTM Seema Shibu has imbibed that concept and as well as succeeded in conveying that message to us through her own life experience. DTM Seema Shibu, congratulations for doing this wonderful project. Right from the beginning, with that quote itself, it was very much attention grabbing. Thereafter, you have structured it as two parts. First, on the one side, how the negative external influences contaminate us, our minds, and why it need not be. Then you have used loads of beautiful usages like eternal fact, devoid of ill feelings, righteous life, overcome all odds, blossoming our life. Great job. And finally, it was very touching for us when you narrated your own experience of going back to your dream home and living with your parents and having those priceless, cherished moments. Have a wonderful vacation back in India. You deserve it truly. Have a great time. Having said this, now let me come to the point of recommendations. This project particularly is for storytelling. Herein, mostly it revolved around one quote actually. And the story part was in the second half of your own life experience. So as a suggestion for improvement, perhaps the story content could have been improved. Or maybe you could have brought an example or a story to describe how the negative influences, in fact, give us negative life lessons. And that way, a contrast could have been built. What is the as how the negative and how the positive, our own inner energy and the inner force, how it triumphs over the external influences. Perhaps if that kind of a conflict and contrast could have been built up into the story, maybe that would have been more engaging and it would have remained etched in the minds of the audience better. Overall, you have done a very good job. It was a wonderful message and we could all relate to it word by word. I very well understand you are hard pressed for time, that you immediately after reaching home, after getting you have experienced difficulty getting even the internet connection, but it's your commitment to be with us in this first meeting and to deliver a quality speech. Thank you for your commitment. Thank you for this great job and looking forward to see you as a champion in the coming contest. Please start the preparations right now. With that, all the best. Over to our general evaluator.
Oh, thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan, for the precise evaluation. Not only Distinguished Toastmaster Seema Shibu, we all are much benefited. Thank you once again, DTM Harish Bhargavan. Now, it is the time to evaluate our table topic speakers. It is none other than our immediate past president, who changed the destiny of many Toastmasters, especially in Periyar. With lots of love, please help me welcome Toastmaster Sabu Cletus for the table topics evaluations. Toastmaster Sabu Cletus, the virtual platform is yours.
Thank you, DTM Shivadas, for wonderful or nice words. Thank you. Thank you very much. I feel you are happy and safe in Serbia.
Absolutely, sir.
Toastmaster of the day, the evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, lovely children, a warm good evening. Today, our table topic master is Dr. Shanti Rekha, our area director. Even though she is a psychologist, because of that, she brought a lot of symbols. So psychology always related to symbols and facts. Thank you, madam, bringing such a beautiful symbols. So these symbols has lot of things to speak. Our table topic contestants or participants did level best and they spoke well. Let's move to the speakers one by one. The first, DTM Elna. As we know, she is the champion speaker. She approached that road and truck. That was the picture displayed on the screen. Life is a journey. Surely, once we are seeing the road, we will feel like that life is a journey. She spoke well, and the positive attitude, her enthusiasm was there. Indeed, you did it in a stupendous manner. I have one point to say. You can think about more about that subject because it was elevated from the normal background and it caught that track in a safe hand. So there must be a lot of imagination we could have add there. Anyway, it was a wonderful attempt. Elna, you did it well. I am very happy. Moving to the next speaker, DTM Sunil Kumar. Indeed, he is also one of the champion in especially in table topics. So the man and the tiger. Suddenly he caught the point, curiosity. Indeed, this is the psychological movement. This is a psychology. Curiosity is something inner in our heart. So we all moved our life because of curiosity. Even though it is a dangerous animal, we have the curiosity to find out the, so this is the way he brought our attention. And he spoke very well. And he given one message too. But let our fear not to stop from the exploring the curiosity. See, what a wonderful way he spoke. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't have any points to add more than that. This is 110%, I could say. So moving to the Toastmaster Saju. I know he is an ardent interest in football, and also he likes Argentina. Me too, and Messi too. Okay, congratulations, Saju Kumar, because your team won. On the same time, you compared the cat and carpet, to the Brazil. So, okay, you are a good player, but you should not do like that, because football is a game of togetherness. So, okay, I understood the way you spoke it, but as a football player, I also feel like that. Okay, anyway, but the thing is that the cat hide inside the carpet feels safe, and in order to protect themselves. That is the meaning of this one. Anyway, you compared with the football. This is the current scenario. Thank you very much. Very, very nice and good way you spoke on the subject. Thank you very much. Next, moving to the our own Toastmaster John. Frog and leaf. This is a big idea behind it. If you are thinking about this picture, if you are looking the picture and thinking about, our mind or our imagination will go very above the Himalaya. Because the reason, a frog is holding a leaf. As you know, at present, we all are fear. We all are protecting ourselves from the pandemic corona, the pandemic situation, the corona. See, this is the one. So shelter in our life. He spoke like that, a shelter in our life. Shelter is always, shelter, the meaning of shelter is protecting ourselves. You spoke the subject very well, and I feel you could have say more about, or you could have to compare with this point to pandemic. Then it will be more effective. Okay, thank you, John sir. And moving to the last, not the least, our own, the youngest, and our own budding star, Toastmaster Shrestha. Different style of face. See, once she saw the picture, suddenly he cooked the point, the ego. You can see the ego in that picture. This is simply psychology. This is, see, one face is holding something to another face. This is ego. The day-to-day life, why we are shouting, why we are scolding, why we are fighting, this is because of only the reason ego. Hats off you, Madam Toastmaster Shrestha. I would say, Madam Toastmaster Shrestha, because she spoke well. I feel happy because the boldness, the way of approaching the subject. Indeed, I'm sure next year you will be the champion speaker of table topic. So overall, it was a wonderful session, and I'm very happy and give a big thanks to our Madam DTM, Dr. Shanti Rekha, to brought such a beautiful subject. And again, I'm giving my thanks to our VP Education, Toastmaster Ravi, and DTM Shivadas for giving me such a wonderful opportunity to evaluate these veteran speakers as a table topic evaluator. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sabu Cleater, for that amazing, creative, and psychological evaluation. Thank you so much. All of your powerful evaluation resuscitated, especially my evaluation skills. Thank you so much, dear evaluators. So, dear leaders, we have completed the first round of evaluation. Now it is a time to hear the time taken by my each ebullient evaluator. Toastmaster Ravi Kumar, could you please?
Ravi, you are mute.
So, yeah.
You are mute.
Good evening once again. Toastmaster Anit Kumar took 3 minutes 10 seconds and Toastmaster Manusya Nair took 3 minutes 20 seconds. DTM Harish Bhargavan took 3 minutes 10 seconds and Toastmaster Sabu Cletus took 5 minutes 10 seconds. So except Sabu Cletus, all others are qualified and all will appear on your screen. You can vote for the best evaluator. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi, for both the timers report and polling. And except Toastmaster Sabu Cletus, you can vote for other 3 evaluators, that is Distinguished Toastmaster Anit, Distinguished Toastmaster Manoj, and Distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan. Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar Nair. Now it is a time to hear from our grammarian and word master. Our own president, Toastmaster, Distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan. Please have the grammarian and word master report, please.
Thank you, DGM Shivadas Bhaskaran. Today, as grammarian and wordmaster, it was a delightful experience because many of our speakers made use of the word of the day. Let me count. DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran twice used the word resuscitate. Toastmaster Hari Kumar used it twice. Toastmaster Saju Nair once. DTM Anit Kumar attempted to use it once, but really tried to pronounce it multiple times. And the winner here is DTM Manoj C. Nair. He made use of it, I think, a minimum of 3 times. And if I miss someone, please pardon me. This is what I was able to count. It was wonderful. And now coming to the good usages, I think it was endless, starting with DTM Shibu Savior. When you want something, the whole universe conspires. Herculean technologies at Hari Kumar, crawlback, lost algorithm. Then let me jump to our TT evaluator. What was the delight? It was like symbols, psychology, then 110% perfection, stupendous effort, budding star. And then let me go to DTM Sunil. Let fear not stop us. Very simple, powerful. DTM Manit Kumar, twists and turns. And DTM Manoj Sinaya, roller coaster ride. Then there are a lot of good usages by DTM Sima Shibu, which I have already mentioned, therefore I am not repeating. And ebullient evaluators from DTM Shivadas Bhaskaran. And there was a classic tip of tongue moment. There's a wonderful usage from Toastmaster Sabu Cletus. Ardent fan of, okay, just it was the word fan that was just missed. It happens with all of us, but it was great listening to you. And it was sound so nice. And just one recommendation, one slip of tongue was there, that we all are fear. No, we all are afraid. That is just a small correction. That it was amazing to listen to all the wonderful speakers making great usages, beautiful usages, and also this word of the day. Thank you. Over to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Distinguished Toastmaster Harish Bhargavan. As always, so nice of you. Dear fellow Toastmaster, this role was assigned to our Toastmaster, but he's Rajesh Balakrishnan, but he cannot able to turn up. And this is the beauty of our Toastmaster. President itself is ready to take any roles. That is the beauty. Thank you, Toastmaster and Distinguished Toastmaster Harish. Thank you so much. Now it is my turn to evaluate the entire proceedings of today's meeting. First, virtual meeting room was set up ahead of time and online meeting started on time. That is the first point. And our president is very keen on that. Thank you so much. Presiding officer set a positive tone for the meeting and introduced the guests properly. Toastmaster Shrestha called the meeting in order in an enthusiastic way. Thank you, Toastmaster Shrestha. Loved it. And Toastmaster of the Day introduced assignees in a well-professional manner. Speakers' preparations and delivery was very nice. Evaluators very positive, pointing the way for improvement and enhance the self-esteem of the speakers. The word of the day has been used by most of the speakers and assignees. Innovative way of table topic presentations. Thank you, our lovely area director, Toastmaster Shanti Rekha. And the general atmosphere of the meeting was enthusiastic and friendly. And overall, the meeting was fabulous. And one more fortunate event for us, we could able to hear from our distinguished Toastmaster Sunil Sadashivan and Toastmaster Sajju. I appeal, please join whenever the time permits. Thank you, sirs, for your presence and your valuable feedback. Thank you so much. And having said, I have also noticed some of the point. I felt that the word of the day was little tough to use actually. It's my feelings, maybe Toastmaster Anit Kumar will agree with me. But anyway, we all are used because when we use such kind of words only, it is a challenge. Thank you anyway. And one general appeal to all the speakers that please align your speech within the time limit because every Toastmaster platform is a platform. So there is some criteria for that. This is not a specific recommendation. It is a general recommendation for all of us actually. And one more thing that our attendance, we need to improve, but even though initially we have around 20-21 members. And one point is that now the Indian time use is around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Some of the people cannot attend completely. But other than that, I loved this meeting of first meeting of our current term. So thank you so much, especially our VP Educations. You take a commendable jobs. And with that, Albert Einstein once told, try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. May all of us blessed with exemplary health and abundance of energy. Stay safe, stay healthy. We thank you, Toastmaster, VP Education Toastmaster Ravi, for giving the opportunity, even though this role was first assigned to Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Alina. Because of her unavailability, I took the role. I feel that I manage this role and given justice to this role. With that, yours General Evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Shivadas Bhaskaran signing off. Thank you. Good night, and over to you, the Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster V. Chudakal. Thank you. See you all soon at Jubail. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, DTM Shivadas, for wonderfully conducting that evaluation session and giving good feedback about the club proceedings. Thank you very much. Thank you, and wishing you a safe journey back to Saudi Arabia soon. See you soon in Jubail. That was a wonderful evening with the edu entertainment sessions. I appreciate the assignees for taking up the role very precisely and meticulously doing your role. Thank you, each and every assignee. And the speakers, when we talk about speakers, I'm very pleased that we have our speakers were aligned with the theme of the day, and we got a good example from Shibu's Toastmaster Shibu Saviour's own life about how he was chasing the dreams. Thank you very much. And when it comes to the table topic sessions, it was wonderful that we got our own area director with differently thinking topics and visualize, and it was very entertaining, and of course it was catchy topics. Thank you very much. And we got a good evaluators and their feedbacks. I hope the evaluators feedbacks are very much helping the speakers for their future assignments or speech projects. Thank you. I personally feel it was a great event, and of course it was after, as I mentioned in the beginning, it was after a long time I was be part of in a major or key role in Periyar Toastmaster Club. Of course, it was giving more energy and vibration for me too. That itself is, I feel very much energized. And when we talk about the theme of the day, I have one video as we remember as the actions of Messi or Neymar is reverberating in our mind today. I have a short video that is inspiring. When we feel about our own disability, probably this will change our thinking pattern. Let us see the video.
His name is Niall. He loves football. And when we got the very first football, he was 4 years old. He was super excited. I still remember he came in the room and he said, "Mom, let's play football." And he kept the ball in my feet. And he said, "Let's kick it." And that day I felt disabled. I said, "I cannot kick the ball." And I was down with the same face. He looked at me and he said, "Well, that's all right. Your legs are not working, but your hands do. Let's play catch the ball." But you know, with that day, he made me realize that when you think your glass is half empty, come on, your glass is half full. It's all in here and here.
See, we can have many dreams. Some we achieve, some never achieve. We have to think out of the box. We have to think differently so that we can achieve. We can have actions to achieve it. Let us have actions in place to achieve our dreams. Let us chase it. Thank you very much. Thank you, VP Education, for giving me this opportunity. And thank you, our own President, DTM Harish Bhargavan, for your encouragements and motivations. Thank you very much. Over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viju Raghavan. Dear wasn't it unique with the signature style that comes with Toastmaster Viju Raghavan? Please give
Absolutely. Amazing.
Please give him a loud round of applause.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now it's time to declare the winners. So may I invite our board counter and Zoom master and timer and VP Education, Toastmaster Ravi, to declare the results.
Thank you, dear President. Today I think we had a really refreshing and rejuvenating session. I believe so. When coming to the speakers, best speakers, we have two clear winners, Toastmaster DTM Shibu Xavier and DTM Sima Shibu are the best speakers. And today we had a very innovative TT session as well. So the best TT speaker is Toastmaster Saju Kumar. And congratulations, Toastmaster Saju. And the best evaluator is our own president himself. Congratulations to all the winners and our president.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. Congratulations once again, DTM Sima, DTM Shibu, Toastmaster Sajagumar. A great job. Let us really set history this year. Yes, we are newly getting into Division L. And Division L, we know, it's a really competitive, really professional division. And it's not going to be a cakewalk for any of our contestants. So unless we start preparing from right now, it might not be easy for us to even win at the area level. So please start preparation and please reach out for any support or any kind of assistance that is needed. Please, I am appealing to all of our speakers who have been champions earlier, starting with Manoj Nair, Viju Raghavan, Ravi Nair, Harichetan, Sima and Shibu, Anith, John Abraham, you will be a member. Please start preparing for contesting. Shivadas, Saju, we will heartily welcome you into our club. Okay, are you ready? Sreshta, Sabu, Madam Shanti, we will be approaching. Yes. And Elna.
Yes, yes.
Yes. Elna?
Yes, I'll share it for you. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes.
Yeah, actually, I'm between club officers training also. I'm attending 2 meetings together.
All right. Okay, Elna, the thing is that you have to start preparing for the club contest from now on. This year, we are going to have a very tough contest.
Okay.
Okay, so start preparation from now on. That's all.
Okay. Okay, President. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
President, sir, I have one small suggestion, or not suggestion, a small correction.
Yes.
Like you said, now we are in Division L, there is a tough competition. I have to tell other members of Division L, now Periyar are there with us, so we have a tough competition.
Absolutely, ma'am. Because we have to
because you people are amazing. I think I have to tell all Arabians, globalites, everyone, like Periyars are with us, so now it's like a tough competition for everyone. So be careful with Periyars.
Ma'am, I have no doubt. Because Periyar is capable of reaching that level. Only thing is that we should.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Only thing is that we should give ourselves that. Trials and practice. Because there should not be complacency or overconfidence. In that case, we are doomed for no sure. That's for certain.
Right, sir.
But if we make an attempt, we are sure going to be the winners as well. So let us have that clarity in our mind right from now on. Now, I think we are overshooting time by a few minutes, but we have to complete, we have to give due time to our VP Education, Toastmaster Ravi, for the business.
Thank you, President. Thank you, especially all Chinese members who have joined the meeting today on our special request. And I would like to reiterate the words mentioned by the President in its presidential speech, that we all members should try and help, should try to attend all the meetings without any absence, and should come forward voluntarily for their assignments and should not step back. So I think that all the members will take it in a very good spirit, and our next meeting is on 25th July, and assignees will be announced soon. I will be approaching you one by one, so don't step back. Okay. Have a very good evening, and over to the President.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. The fact is that we are just 3 minutes overshooting the time. What we will do is that we will formally adjourn the meeting, but we will continue chit-chatting for another 10 or 15 more minutes as we please. Okay. So with that, this meeting is formally adjourned. Let us continue the unofficial session now.